Morning, you lovely lot. How are you feeling? Hopefully a lot more chipper than I am. I think I'm on a bit of a downer. Let's talk about the concept of value. Value means different things to different people. There are people out there who will pay a fortune for a trinket that is worthless trash to someone else. And there are people out there, like my mother, God's bless her, who will give away something of monetary value without a thought. And I'm not sure which is worse. I think I know it's those who, only see the monetary value, but sometimes if someone is extremely the other way, it can be just as bad. I think, thinking about it over the years, my mother has given away pristine, some of them, not many of them, because me and my younger brother used to play with them, Star Wars toys from the 80s. I mean, I had a limited edition Boba Fett figure, and at the time you could only get that by collecting tokens. Find the gun, and I'll have to find them maybe. I'm going down there later on today, see if I can find them. I don't know. The ones that are definitely mine, because my younger brother is a bit possessive. I mean, he's got a PlayStation 1 under my mother's bed that he'll probably never touch. Working condition. And I proposed to him that I try and see how much it's worth. Ages ago now. And, well, he said, oh, no, I don't think... I said, well, you'll get 50% of the money. I'll initiate the sale, you'll get 50% of the money. He said, oh, no, that's mine. Well, each to their own. I mean... he's very much like my father was in that way. Father was loath to get rid of anything that, whether it has sentimental value or not. I mean, I understand the concept. Like my signed copy of Jingo by Terry Pratchett, I did nearly sell it. I hesitated. I thought, no, that's too valuable to myself personally to get rid of. And I'm really okay with the fact that when it came to Dad's antique toys, Brandon got the better end of the deal. He's the one with the kids. I think Dad really wanted him to be able to set up the Marklin electric train set from the 1950s for his kids. Of course, now he's divorced. It's less likely to happen. But, I accept that. I mean, that whole kit is probably worth well over £1,000. Well over. And, the dinky toys he willed me were about 150 maximum. But, and I'm the one that really needs the bloody money. But come see, come saw, that's how it goes. Can't afford to be bitter about it. I prefer a mild. I'm an old man. Yeah. And my mother had an antique Singer sewing machine that was handed down from her mother and probably her grandmother, her mother's mother. That went to someone who wanted to take up sewing. And it seems to me a lot of the time, sorting through, what's left in the house, most of what they seem to have left is junk, a lot of it. They seem over the years to have given away anything of value. There's a few other things that I will sort out and put online when I can get mother to part with them. That is the problem, isn't it? She's so hesitant about anything new. It's anxiety and, early stage senile dementia. It makes life very difficult at times. Because I'm trying to help her. My younger brother don't help much. I mean, we both had this idea that even though I haven't driven in about 8 years, it would be easier. It'd come back to me. It's not a problem. I drove on the A14 around for 3/4 of an hour every day for around about 7 or 8 years. And memories of doing that and not having an accident. Touch pulped wood because cardboard is the closest thing I've got. There you go, head. Yeah. Means I have a lot of experience of driving. I've driven vans, I've driven combi forklifts, I've ridden motorcycles. I think I could adapt to a tiny little, 1 litre Suzuki. Wouldn't fit a spare in it, I don't think. I know, I might measure it when I go down today. But no, he thought this was a good idea. I was dealing with Mum that morning and she was very difficult last Wednesday, I have to say. It's not easy for her. And well... So I asked him, because he's very capable at doing things online. That's kind of what he does for a living a lot of the time, because he's full-time work. And he works hard, bless him. And he's got the kids from his divorce, my nephews, who I never see. But that's because I've been a bit of a loose cannon over the years and he don't entirely trust me, and I understand that. And it's going to be hard work getting him to trust me. Because I know I've been selfish, conceited, impulsive and reckless over the years. And drunk a lot. And I'm unpredictable. Some people just never know where I'm going to turn next, or what I'm going to do or say. And I think that attitude to me that some people have is understandable. Doesn't mean they're right. I mean, yeah, sometimes I go, quite a lot of the time I go over the top. But it's just my nature. And it's too wherein to hide it. I reach for the stars because they're sweeter by far than the moon, though she's brighter and closer to me. What kind of fool lays all this precious to waste? All about Eve. Oh, I love that band. No one's buying that shit, though. Got a limited edition. No, not limited edition, but it probably is because of its age. Album, Let It Be, by All About Eve. No, sorry. No, I haven't got any All About Eve. Getting confused again. Voice of the Beehive. So I will say nothing. I'll talk to no one. I know what I believe. Don't need to wear it on my sleeve. Yeah, that band. Got an LP of them. Been up for sale on various sites and on my Facebook for what seems like decades now. No one's buying. But, value, that's where we were. But, and Brandon, well, he said, well, do it your bloody self with the insurance online. And I just went, okay, mate, whatever. Value, get back to your point. Everybody's concept of value is different. You know, I picked up a Hewlett Packard monitor that was in a junk pile. I asked permission from someone up the road to do that. And I could probably scavenge some cool parts for crafting, maybe even some parts of value out of it when I get around to it. But someone else's worthless trash. You know, that chest of drawers. Someone left that out. You know, to go to a good home or for someone to dump. They may have been donating it to a furniture store or something, but I made use of it. It's my toolbox basically. And I've got a lot of big tools. I've got a very big tool, so, you know, I need all the space I can get. I can't help it. I'm a dirty old man. That's in my nature as much as anything else. That's who I am. But yet, value. A good friend of mine who lives down in the West Country was recently saying on a Facebook page that she was giving, you know, free drama lessons to interested kids at the school she works at. And this is what got me thinking about it. And basically, bloody throat. Parents of these, because it's quite a school for quite privileged kids, I'm gathering, you know, the rich parents of these kids were complaining that it was clashing with the overpriced drama lessons they were giving their kids privately. And I'm thinking, just because something costs more doesn't mean it has the same intrinsic value, people. It really doesn't. You know? Oh, it must be better because it costs more. Yes, this can be the case, but often it's not. I mean, like I was ranting about, you know, King Bentleys and Ferraris and all that shit that certain people who class themselves as influencers will, you know, pay a small fee to stand beside and pretend they bloody own it, while in a suit they rented from Moss Bros. Oh, that's a bit anti, but you know what I mean. You're living a false lie, you know, and you insert yourselves into pictures of foreign locations. What are you doing? What dream are you selling? You're not even living that dream yourself, so what are you doing? You're playing on the concept of value. You know, as a New Model Army lyric I often think about is, you know, conforming and, you know, car and a video and a little bit to spare. You know, that's all you can hope for in life when it comes to material needs. And if you don't play the game, they chuck you in the trash. I've learned that one the hard way. I was chucked in the trash. Even when Michelle was working part-time many years ago while studying her degree, because in combination, because we were honest, in combination with her grant, because at the time the NHS still did grants for student nurses. She never got out alone. She was very good about that. The job centre at the time, because I was officially unemployed, refused me any money. And this was a decade ago. Because apparently someone who's working part-time in a care home, paying expenses like books for NHS-funded degree in psychiatric nursing, has to have the added pressure of keeping someone else because, you know, it's just above the minimum borderline thing. And what the hell, you monsters in charge, what are you doing to people? But yeah, you know, I think that is the problem. the concept of value has become twisted. And that is one of the most rotten things about the modern world. You know, if you look hard enough, you can find exactly the same quality product somewhere else cheaper. I mean, a lot of people haven't got the time, and I do understand that. This is why you see people living in renter rooms, you know, getting takeaways all the time. And apart from anything else, they ain't got the cooking facilities anyway. Or they're too tired because they're working, 12-hour shifts. I understand that completely, but if you've got the time, I see people who've got the time and they just don't. And some of it is people don't like going into town centres, bloody blah, I understand that too, but have the courage to do that. Have the courage to shop locally. Have the courage to journey just out of town, even if you're walking, if you're capable of it, to go buy organic veg or something. I know it's more expensive, but it's better. If you can't afford it, then go with the budget. But when and if you can afford it, do that. Value. I press the point again. The concept of value has become so twisted in modern society. And the idea that you can expect engagement, because it's all tied up with value, isn't it? If you see what I'm saying. More than Spitfire. The fact there's value and engagement. Like some people place an extortionate value on their own time and reputation. I don't think I do that. I used to. So, when you've known someone for years, on and off, not closely, but you've moved in the same circles for years and you start actively supporting what they do. And I think about 3 or 4 months now. About that, I don't know. And you get no engagement back, no thanks, nothing. And you get snubbed in public by them as well. I mean, I'll shout out to Meckia Jade Holden of Beautiful Dangerous. Lovely lady. Who every time I share something she's doing on Facebook, she will actively thank and acknowledge it. And yet again in public, I turned up to one of her gigs quite a few weeks ago now. And she acknowledged the fact that I was there to support one of her bands, because she's a very busy lady. A very talented and attractive lady as well. But that's by the by, it's past the point. And I support people who are enthusiastic, welcoming and engaging. This other person, I've given up. There's only so many times you can be stared at suspiciously and not even acknowledged. I mean, even this person's partner acknowledges me in public. A couple of times I've seen them, but no. I don't know whether it's something personal or whether it's just a problem this person has. I'm trying to keep it anonymous. But no, I gave up, unfollowed her. Not my problem. I ain't got time for that shit, Ain't nobody got time for that shit. So yeah. But think about your concept of value. Monetary value is important, but don't let it be the only judge of value. Think about that, people. Right. I'm going to get on with playing silly online games. So take care, and I shall no doubt rant again soon. I'm in one of those moods. Mwah.